to be in your presence, to sit at your feet, where your love surrounds me and makes me complete. This is my desire, oh Lord, this is my desire. This is my desire, oh Lord, this is my desire. To rest in your presence, not rushing away, to cherish each moment. Here I would stay. This is my desire, oh Lord, this is my desire. This is my desire, oh Lord, this is my desire.
A blessed good morning and welcome to our devotions for today, Tuesday, in this day, first week of Advent, a time when our focus is on preparation, being present, being alert, being awake. And as we come to a new day, as we awaken from our own sleep, we are being reminded here of the importance of awakening from the other sleep, the sleep of mindlessness, the sleep of unawareness, the sleep of not being present and not being aware and ready. And we recognize this in the midst of a world that is in turmoil in so many different ways. There is so much going on in our world around us. And there's also so much going on in our world within us. And so many of us are lost. So many of us are filled with anxiety and fear because we don't know where to turn. None of those familiar places that we are accustomed to exploring, none of them seem to have the answer. And so there is a sense of lostness in our world. And this is what we must face at this time, because we don't need to be lost. We aren't lost. We only need to awaken from our sleep. So as we come into this morning's time together, I ask us to bring our attention to this whole idea of awakening. And let us set the intention to awaken from our own sleep. Here we are once again in that place of stillness, of quiet, of peace. Longing for that connection that enables us to live with awareness, to be mindful. And so we breathe and come into our heart space with gratitude, desiring to awaken, desiring to understand who we are, desiring to find a purpose beyond the purpose that we have believed in, a purpose that is not temporal, not subject to decay, but a purpose that is eternal, without end. We desire to awaken to that purpose in order that we may travel this spiritual path with consciousness and not be simply led blindly day by day. We desire to see the entire panorama, the full view, of what this life is all about. We desire to see for ourselves and not simply rest on the testimony of others, especially others speaking a long time ago, whose words we're not even sure are the words that they uttered. So we desire our own experience of this wondrous gift we call life. For too long, we have simply allowed it to pass by, as though we are asleep in a dream. And so as we breathe this day and we acknowledge the life that is in us, we also desire to awaken, to become fully awakened, to remember our reason for being here, and to live that reason out to the fullest. So in this quiet space this day, we hold that desire as though it has already occurred, that we are fully awakened. And we hold in our imagination that I am awake. I am fully awake. And we seek to behave as persons who are awake, recognizing those actions that reinforce the idea that we are asleep. We hold in our minds a state of awakeness, allow the light to shine on our state of awakeness, cause it to be brightened. In the morning when Jesus returned to the city, he was hungry. And seeing a fig tree by the side of the road, he went to it and found nothing at all on it but leaves. Then he said to it, "May no fruit ever come from you again." And the fig tree withered at once. When the disciples saw it, they were amazed, saying, "How did the fig tree wither at once?" And Jesus answered them, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith and do not doubt, not only will you do what has been done to the fig tree, but even if you say to this mountain, 'Be lifted up and thrown into the sea,' it will be done. Whatever you ask for in prayer with faith, you will receive."
Lord, I come to you. Let my heart be changed, renewed, flowing from the grace that I found in you. And Lord, I've come to know the weaknesses I see in me will be stripped away by the power of your love. Hold me close, let your love surround me. Bring me near, draw me to your side. And as I wait, I'll rise up like the eagle, and I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on by the power of your love.
So as we continue our devotions this week with our focus on that sense of watching, being alert, being present, being awake, being mindful, we are reminded of the power of the present moment. Or as one writer with his book entitles it, "The Power of Now." The power of now. There's power in now that is not present anywhere else. But we have, as a people, as a species, we have pulled on to ourselves much false ideas of power. And in reality, it's not really power. More often than not, it is exploitation. It's not real power. Real power is the ability to move mountains, as Jesus would say. Real power is to be able to bring into being that which is not. Real power is not about manipulating circumstances or others. Real power is not about taking advantage of other persons. That's not real power. That's abuse. Power is a gift of God, and it's available only in the now, because that's where God is. When you think of your journey from day to day, just think of how often are you in the now, right there, breathing in and drawing the marrow of every moment, taking each moment for all that it offers and basking in the presence. How often in your day do you simply float from one thing to another without being even conscious of what you're doing? How many of us in our day arrive at work and can't wait for break time or lunch time? And coming back from lunch, can't wait for the end of the day to get out of there. On the highway driving, in the midst of the traffic, can't wait to get home, to get out of this traffic. We're forever wanting to be somewhere else, doing something else. And those few times when we are actually where we need to be and enjoying it, oftentimes it is not always in our best interest. Oftentimes it may be, yes, just another way of trying to forget something. Try not to think about something. So little of our time is spent grounded in the moment. In the reading for today that I shared a few moments ago, we hear an episode in Jesus' life where he comes to a fig tree, and in the moment there is hunger and he is desirous of being fed, but there's nothing there. And we're told he cursed the fig tree that it should never bear again. It is, in a sense, taking up space that something else could have. It is not where it needs to be. It is not producing as it ought to produce. How much of that reflects our journey? Are we where we are supposed to be? Are we producing as we are supposed to produce? Or are we simply taking up space? Not being present? Not serving any real purpose? But then too there's questioning of the disciples. And Jesus tells them that if you have faith, you can ask for anything. If you are present. Because to have faith means to be walking in the presence of the divine. It means being awakened. Faith is not about a set of beliefs. Faith is not accepting a set of ideologies. Faith is living and walking and breathing in the awareness and in the wakefulness of the divine. Somewhat like what Jesus was able to say, I and the Father are one. If you've seen me, you've seen the Father. That's a statement that is made out of wakefulness. To know oneself as divine. To know oneself as being in the divine. To know oneself as a manifestation of the divine. I and the Father are one. Are one. Hence, Jesus says to the disciples, whatever you ask, in that understanding of oneness, it will be. Because you are acting in the present and in the presence of the divine. There is so much that has been hidden from us. There is so much that we have not taken the time to explore and to really understand. But the world is awakening. Persons are becoming awake. And they are listening. And they are engaging. And they are finding themselves once more. They are hearing the words of Jesus not in the way that they have been shared for decades, but they're hearing the words of Jesus afresh. And they are coming back to those words with a new understanding, a deeper understanding. And it is amazing, because Jesus constantly said, those who have ears, let them hear. He suggests in a sense that there are many who will be listening but not hear. Not hear at the depth that is required, because they are asleep as they are listening. To really hear the words of Jesus, you have to be awake. And when you are awake, you will hear a different message. And that message comes with the divine power. So that yes, you're able to receive whatever you ask, because you are awake. It is not a willy-nilly asking for things. It's a building of wakefulness, which in another sense is the building of faith. And then speaking things into being out of that faith. Yes, ask anything you desire, and you will receive if you have faith.